There we go. Hey guys, this is kind of a toy haul, and you know what that means? It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, exactly, that's right. Give me 1 second here while I get a few more things set up, because I got some really big boxes to unbox in this video. It's going to be quite the intense, especially for Halo figures, quite the intense unboxing tonight. So let's see what we can do here. Hopefully you guys are all having a fantastic evening, noon, or night, depending on when you're watching this, because this will go as a standard upload after the stream ends. But yeah, hang on 1 second. Let me just make sure I got everything squared away here. Gotta get these lights organized. All right, two boxes of Halo figures. That's what we're unboxing tonight rather. Tonight for me, maybe today for somebody else. Ugh. Let's see what we can do here. So yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here for just a moment because I gotta get YouTube up here on my laptop because I gotta be able to read chat. Gotta keep up with the chats. You know what I'm saying? All right, there we go. So yeah, recently I was getting back into the Halo figure lines. Obviously, I've been collecting the World of Halo and the Spartan collection. Those have been really big, and right here in front of you, these are my two favorite World of Halo figures that I've gotten recently. The EVA and the Sealux from the Gun Goose and from the Mantis. These are awesome, and yeah, I've been collecting the Joyride figures, which are the classic 2005, 2007 figures. And hey, True Sons of Mandalore, how's it going? So I've been getting the Joyride figures, and never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined I would basically have a complete collection in just 3 hauls, just 3 purchases. And I am 99% done with the Joyride figures that I actually wanted for my collection. So you already saw the one. It's already been uploaded. This is the second one, and this will contain 2 unboxings. Yeah, it's insane. So, you know how it goes. Yeah, hey, I will catch you later, True Sons of Mandalore. Hopefully you'll catch the end of the stream, and if not, no worries. This will go up as a standard upload. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for saying hello. I appreciate you. You're awesome. So I went to a toy show recently, and I'm just going to showcase these because I have no other place to showcase these. I went to a toy show recently, pretty small one locally here in Ohio, and I got some figures. I got some janky figures. I got these two. Mutt from Indiana Jones, the worst Indiana Jones movie, and an undead Geonosian. This one is obviously broken and missing pieces, but I have some plans for a fun Geonosian-themed photo shoot because I've got a complete one of these, and I have a number of the Geonosian clone troopers. So I'm going to try and do a cool shot with those at some point. I think his legs are on backwards. I don't know. I got those. I got some sweet little Lego guys. The commando droids, the ARF trooper, and the ARC trooper, which these are really awesome. I didn't have those in the collection just yet, and now I do. Thanks to Chad for hooking me up with these. He's been at every toy show, locally that is, and he knows who I am. You know, he knows my page and everything. Probably may even watch this, and he always has the freaking hookup with figures. So he got me these, and in that same bag was this. It's a it's a Joyride like 3-inch or maybe 2.5-inch scale Elite. Now this is more pre-posed than the other Joyride figures, but it's freaking awesome. The sculpt on this thing is amazing. I can't tell you for sure if this is a CE or a Halo 2 Elite, but they're pretty much the same thing. There's not much difference between those two games in terms of design, and it really could work as either one. But he had this, and it was perfectly convenient because in the next 2 days I got these 2 massive Joyride hauls that I'm going to be showcasing in this live stream, and it could not be more perfect. The timing is just impeccable. And then finally from that toy show, I got this guy, this little ARF trooper with a blaster. And if you guys are fans of JCC2224 here on YouTube, you know he collects stuff like this. I do too, but I'm not as committed to the Galactic Heroes line. I knew he was missing this one, so for a couple bucks, I grabbed this. I'm going to drop this to his P.O. box at some point, hopefully complete his Clone Trooper collection just that much more. But I remember he was missing this one from one of his previous videos, so without further ado, that's enough of the Star Wars figures. We got to talk about the Halo figures, and let's see. These boxes are so big, and my studio is only so small. I'm gonna have to rearrange really quick because I got to be able to like actually get the figures out of the box. Now, this first package comes to me from hey, Justin Nerd 65, how's it going? This first package comes from SB Bricks. No, I'm not SB Bricks. SB Figures, I think, over on Instagram. He saw that I had bought that first haul of Halo figures, and he was like, "Hey, I'll sell you my old ones." And wouldn't you know it, they were freaking awesome. So, starting off the epic haul, we have the Banshee. This is Joyride. This is the same scale as these little guys. I don't know the technical name. I don't think they ever had a name for it. It wasn't like today where we have the Spartan collection, which is the 6.5-inch line, and the World of Halo, which is the 4-inch line. These were just Halo toys. So this is a Halo 2 Banshee. It opens up. What's inside? An Elite. An Elite with more posability, actually, than that Elite back there. This one actually has leg joints, arm joints, head joints. His head isn't in that gaping maw position. This is more pre-posed. This one is more flexible to go inside the Banshee. So this is awesome. I think I gotta find a way to like mount this on some strings from the ceiling. It would be so awesome. Yeah, Joyride did make vehicles. They made a small scale vehicle set, which I think is the perfect size for vehicles. I wouldn't want a 6-inch vehicle line because it would just be too big for, you know, most collection spaces, most shelves. This is the perfect scale for vehicles, or really like 3 3/4 inch would be where I max out. Like a 4-inch figure is where I would max out for vehicles. But this is really perfect. I've got a Warthog with a broken turret for this same line, so it'll go pretty well with that. Then next up, we got one of the jumbo figures, the Giants. Oh wow, that's not even gonna fit in frame. Hang on one second. Let's crank the camera up just a little bit. There we go. That is an Elite. This one is just a multiplayer Elite. It's not a campaign Elite. I was wrong with my last haul. I thought it was like an Elite Major. This is actually just a multiplayer red Elite with purple secondaries, and it is very cool, very nice. Just a little bit dusty, but not a big deal. No big deal at all. Nothing that a little a wash won't fix, you know. So there's that, and I realize now that there's no way all of these figures are going to fit in the frame, but we will manage as best as we can. Oops, can't be dropping stuff. This is a live stream. I can't cut it out, you know. Then we have some more of these little mini scale figures. We have an Elite Major, which this is a proper Elite Major with that same pose as this one. So just a simple repaint, simple recolor, but still very nice to have. And this one actually has a plasma rifle, which is removable. I'm not going to mess with that too much, but it's removable. You could swap it around, give them different weapons, which was still very cool with this line. You know, they were pioneering 2 different scales at the same time, and I think that's actually pretty impressive. Are we back? I think we're back. I have no idea why that dropped off there, but connection interrupted and now returned. Thanks for sticking around, guys, because that was kind of dopey. Anyways, yeah, we got a Brute with his little Brute shot, and unfortunately, he can't hold it with 2 hands, which is kind of the dumb part about that, but overall, it's still cool. I'm really, really glad to have a Brute because these are in my opinion, these are better than Halo 3 Brute designs. I really, really like them. It's just more sleek, trimmed down armor. It's not sleek. It's more brutish. That's a better way of saying it. Because it's not sleek at all, but it's very fitting with what brutes are and their culture. Let's see. Next up, we've got, and I'm watching here on my laptop. I apologize if the quality goes to garbage here because I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi tonight. Apparently, it decided, hey, Rust Belt Collector, you're gonna do a live stream. I'm gonna go take a crap, and that's what it did. So, video quality 0 out of 10, but quality of the figures that I got 10 out of 10, definitely. We got another multiplayer Spartan, this time red and gray. I haven't had this variation yet. Unfortunately, his bicep swivel is broken, and so it was glued by SB Figures into this sideways angle here, just so he could properly hold a weapon, which is cool. I have no problem with that. I totally understand that that's sometimes what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do, and, you know, it works. It can be posed in an action pose and just left that way. Nothing wrong with that. And I'm hoping, yeah, I'm hoping that the Wi-Fi will come back here, because that quality drop is garbage. And I hopefully, hang on, there we go. I'm just fixing some settings here, hopefully to reduce any strain on my bandwidth. I don't know why. Wi-Fi was working really fantastic earlier. That's why I was like, heck yeah, I'll stream tonight. What do I even pay for if they're not going to be able to give it to me when I actually want to do a stream? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, here is the next one. This one I'm really excited for. The Elite Ranger. These guys are absolutely amazing. And again, this one is a little bit dusty. He's a little bit, you know, been sitting on a shelf maybe a day too long or something like that. But this is a really, really sweet and imposing figure. I absolutely love the design of the Ranger helmets. It's so cool. I don't know what else to say about that, but the armor is really nice. The shade of blue is fantastic. And all of these Halo 2 figures make me really want to go back and play Halo 2 again, which probably is going to happen. Maybe I'll stream that over on Twitch or something. I don't know, but yeah, really digging this figure. Happy to have this one. And actually, ironically enough, there will be a spoiler for the second package in this unboxing. There's another Ranger coming, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with having two. I don't want to double up too much because these guys are very heavy on how much space they take up, but some of the elites, some of the Covenant characters, I'd be okay with having two of. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Zach, how's it going? Appreciate you stopping by. We're unboxing some classic Halo figures here. And yet again, we have another Jackal. Nothing really exciting here because I've already got two of these, two of the minors, and then I have one that is a Jackal Major. So nothing too thrilling with this one. I'm not going to go over it too much. It's a Jackal. It's another Covenant figure. Cool beans, you know what I'm saying? It's cool beans. And then, oh boy, we got the bag of goodies. I always love bags like this. You know, you get a haul, you get a lot, and there's just a bag of all the accessories. Plasma rifles, needlers. We got two needlers here. We got a beam rifle. We got a plasma shield for the Jackal, but the clip is broken, as all of them are. I have yet to find one of these without a broken shield, unless you get it like new in the package, but then even then, you sometimes get them broken because it's just the type of plastic they used. Wrong kind of plastic. I also saw the other day about scalpers. I can't imagine how unholy the scalpers will be. It's absolutely lethal to the wallets. Yeah, the scalpers this year, especially come Christmas time, come the holidays when people are shopping for their children, scalpers will be absolutely devious. I can just see it now. And I personally won't feed into that, but I mean, it's hard not to. You know, your kid wants a toy for Christmas and it's like, it's gone. It's off the shelves because right now supply chains are really hurting and it's just going to be a mess. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully parents can find their their gifts and everything, but you know, wart, 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 wart. I love it. It's an elite going wart, wart, wart. That's actually kind of what I thought of when I when I found this one in this pose. That's kind of what he's saying in my head, but that's just me. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, we got a sniper rifle, Halo 2, removable magazine. I had it just a second ago. Removable magazine, which is a really cool detail with these. It's not painted, but still, you know, 2005, they were making removable magazines for Halo weapons. Same thing with the battle rifle, actually. You can kick that magazine out, slap it back in. Looks really sleek. And then we've got the bomb, and it says, "Thus I refute thee." This is from, I think, that Spartan back there. He's like a multiplayer Spartan, so I believe there's also maybe a flag in this lot. I can't remember. But there's all those accessories, always great to have, and I don't know if they all pair up to figures or if I've got some extras. Who knows? You know how it goes. Yeah. Sometimes stuff breaks easily. Usually some toys don't age well. Also, I got lucky. Deluxe Black Series Wrecker at Walmart the other day. It was the last one. Yeah, the nice thing with that Deluxe Wrecker is they actually shipped a full case to most stores. So you're going to see like 8 or 9 of them on a shelf. And I got mine online, but I actually saw him in stores, which is very uncommon. So I was pretty stoked about that. I didn't get it because, of course, I already had it. But yeah, here's a little ghost. We have a ghost for the smaller scale figures. I think the Brute will go on here pretty well. The Elites, I don't think have the leg spacing for it, but the Brutes will go on just fine. And he'll just be speeding around in his little ghost. Look at that. That's perfect, man. He's just gonna go break some laws, all driving around. So there's that, and what else do we got in here? Oh, yeah, well, heck yeah. This is, oh no, freaking, it broke. And it broke, but hey, nothing a little glue can't fix. This is the figure that I am most excited about out of this first lot. The Brute. The large-scale Brute. This one is freaking just a hulk of plastic. He's extremely heavy. This is all solid plastic. There's no joints or anything. It's just cast, and then he's got swivels at the feet, swivel at the torso, and some joints here. He's a little bit loosey-goosey in that elbow, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal to me. I freaking love this Brute. Now, the Brute is one that I need one more of. I'm okay with getting duplicates of certain figures. I want to get another Brute after seeing this one, and I definitely need to get Tartarus. That's one of the few figures that's still on my list, even though, like I said at the beginning of this, these 3 hauls of Joyride figures basically takes me to 99% completion of my Joyride Halo line. Like, it was really, really good fortune that I got these, and I'm so grateful to the people that worked with me to get these deals. But yeah, this is a freaking awesome figure, and his helmet is in the box somewhere, but there's a lot of packing peanuts, so I got to try and dig through those. I usually buy my only Black Series figs in person at this point, and Toy Store sells scalp prices, sadly. Yeah, you know, toy stores are tricky because they're always trying to make a buck. You know, they got to make a profit. When I can, I will buy in person. I've actually gotten really lucky recently with the 3 3/4 inch retro line G.I. Joes. So I've managed to buy several of those. I think the officers and the grunts, the Cobra Troopers, I've managed to get those in stores, which is insane. Star Wars, haven't found much. I did just get Vintage Collection IG-11, which I actually fortunately just have on my desk here. So this is really awesome to get in stores. I wasn't totally sold on getting it, but seeing it in stores, couldn't pass it up, you know. So the one downside is World of Halo figures from Jazzwares are like nowhere to be found, except for 1,000 Master Chief, unfortunately. So that is one major bummer out of all this, out of all the stores being so badly stocked right now. And I think, yeah, I think that is all for box number 1. So we got the Brute. That's the last one out of this. We can put his little helmet on there, which looks really sweet. Again, I always loved the Brute armor from Halo 2. And they cast it for for Joyride, they cast it in this really nice, or maybe painted it in this really nice metallic blue. I don't know if the quality of my Wi-Fi will let that come through, but the blue quality paint on this is amazing. It looks so good. And I freaking love having such a bulky figure in the collection. Now I just need one more of him, and then I need Tartarus, and that will be amazing. I think I still want to try and track down the other two prophets. I think I have Regret, so I still need Mercy. No, I don't have Regret. I have Mercy. I need Regret and Truth. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, there's the Brute, the freaking awesome Brute. I love it so much. The one thing that has disappointed me in every single Halo line, Jazzwares, you could come through and make me the happiest camper. The only toy line to ever make a honor guard was Mega Constructs. Jazzwares never, oh, not Jazzwares, I keep getting mixed up. Joyride never made it, McFarlane never made it, Mattel never made it. We need an honor guard. We need an elite honor guard, and we need a brute honor guard, because those are some of the best designs for Covenant armor ever. That's my opinion, but the honor guard has some of the sleekest looking armor ever devised for the Covenant. But anyways, I digress. I am still extremely happy with the figures that we did get throughout the years for all Halo lines. And yeah, on to box number 2. This one is significantly larger, so I'm hoping that we have room here on the old desk. But let's just freaking jump into it, you know? Up first, we have bubble wrap. Lots and lots of bubble wrap. I do appreciate how much care they took to individually wrap every single figure in this haul. But first up, we have a little warthog, and hair, disgusting. But we have a little warthog, maybe from the Tactics line. It's a gauze hog, and the barrel's broken off. Let's see what it says under here. Hang on one second. I can't read it through the camera. This is a Johnny Lightning Warthog. I did not know Johnny Lightning made hog, let alone that they were even still around. I'm baffled that was even a thing. I mean, I grew up with Johnny Lightning as like a toy line, but I never knew that they made a Halo figure or Halo vehicles. We got some little cardboard things from the packaging, which is kind of cool to have. We've got another Halo 2 sniper rifle. A Halo Combat Evolved sniper rifle. You can kind of see there's some subtle differences. The enclosed grip here, some of the paint differences, but nothing too drastic. Still good to have. Good to have. We got but we'll find something, I'm sure. And in this bag, we got another beam rifle. Got so many weapons. I love it, because weapons are like the hardest part to find out of most of these figures. So this way, when I get loose lots like this, I have extra weapons for all of them. Have a Halo 2 shotgun, and then the wing or the jetpack off the Ranger, which will be in this box somewhere, though I can't really guarantee where, because everything, as I mentioned, is individually bubble wrapped. So we'll just keep tearing into it, seeing what we got. And they really were concerned about these breaking, apparently, because what the heck? This is entombed in a sarcophagus of styrofoam. Oh my goodness. I don't even take this much care when I ship stuff to people. Let me in! Let me in! There we go. Oh, sweet. Okay, so well. The internet just does not want to cooperate. So hopefully we can wrap this up fairly quickly and not have too many more issues. Because good grief, having this many interruptions in one live stream is just not very epic, as they say. It's not very epic at all. So hopefully we can get this to work. I don't know what's going on with it, but yeah, the internet is apparently my enemy tonight, as usual. And yeah, as it was buffering, hopefully everything's good now. But as it was buffering, I unboxed the other little guys here. So we got 2 blue, 1 red, well, 1.5 reds, actually. This guy is missing his better half. And a green, which I guess could also be Master Chief, or maybe it's supposed to be Master Chief. I don't know for sure. I've tried to keep up with the checklist for this line, but finding information on these figures is very difficult at times. So we also got a jackal here, which is terrifying looking. Those big red eyes. That is horrifying. But we got that as well, and then a random Gundam figure. I don't know which Gundam. I don't even know if it is Gundam, but I'm assuming it is based on my very limited knowledge of the franchise. And he's missing like 99.9% of all of his parts, so that's very epic. Probably something I'll toss into a P.O. box over to JCC2224. Maybe he's got some missing parts that he can use for it. I don't know, but there's that. And I'm amazed that that stood up. That stood up on his little broken off feet there. That was quite a feat of engineering, I might say. So yeah, that's how it's going so far. Hopefully, we can get internet speeds back to where they were. Again, I really don't know what's going on with that, so I apologize, everyone, for the interruptions. Hopefully, it'll upload smoothly. Hey, Commander Bly, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by the live stream. And we got another one here, ripping into it. It's like opening styrofoam Christmas packages. Let's see here, but there's way more tape. Way too much tape, honestly. Probably causing a very bad crisis with the environment, just having this much styrofoam in one shipment. But what can you do? People ship things weird all the time. All right, so the next bundle is this, a gray Spartan with green markings. Looking at my shelf, I don't think we have this one. I think we have the blue and gray Spartan, so it's nice to have another one. I'm still looking for the gray and yellow Spartan from this line, because that would be Washington, Agent Washington from the Red versus Blue series, and I would really love to have that one, but so far so good, getting there. We got blue, we got green. We're going down the color wheel at this point with them. And then we got my first Combat Evolved Spartan. This is just a standard multiplayer Combat Evolved Spartan, but I'm really stoked to have one finally. I think there's 2 in this haul, if I'm not mistaken. I kind of forget when I have to wait this long for things to arrive in the mail, and I actually like it that way, because then it's like a surprise. You know, you open it and you're like, wow, I totally forgot I was getting this. So there he is, and you can kind of like see the reflection of everything because of his very nicely chromed out dome, as it were. So there's that. We got another red Spartan, and we'll put him over there. And then, oh man, this is, okay, this next figure is one that I sincerely never expected to get 2 of. I hoped I would get 1, and I did get 1 in my previous haul video. I never expected to get 2, and we got 2 ODSTs. This is freaking amazing. Yeah, his shoulder pad's missing. His knife is missing. I think those might be in the packaging elsewhere, like stuffed in a baggie somewhere. If not, it's not the end of the world. I mean, it's an ODST. This is one of the harder to get Halo 2 figures, and we got 2 of them. That is, oh, it makes me really happy. I can have two of these guys flanking Master Chief now or something like that because they never made a Halo 2 Marine, so the ODSTs will just have to be stand-ins for the Marines in my collection. It's just the way it went. They decided that they weren't worth making apparently for some reason. I don't know why. But on to the next one. These things are more securely wrapped than, like, I don't know, Fort Knox or something. They're freaking bundled, man. They're bundled. Ah, here we go. Okay, so we got our Elite Ranger, numero dos. We got two Rangers now. One from the first haul, one from this haul. This one is considerably cleaner. Like, you can see the eye on this one is a bright, shiny green, and it's kind of a faded green on this one back there. So, oh, and you can even see the sculpted, I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can see the sculpted Elite eye under there. That is amazing detail. I love the Joyride figures. They did such a good job with detail on these. It's astonishing. So we got him. I think his other jetpack is once again somewhere in this box. And then we got one here that is going to need glued back on, but that is no problem for me. In fact, it might even just, you know, peg in and stay there. So, oh man, this one is so nice. I did not realize that there was all that sculpt detail just even under the eye there. Wow. I freaking love that. That is sweet. So we'll put him way back there because, again, we're running out of room pretty quick. Yeah, these figures are pretty unique. Like, they did a lot of work on these back in 2005 and maybe like 2006 and 7. I can't remember how long the line ran, but it was a very solid run. I'm very happy with it. Actually, it couldn't have gone past 2007 because McFarlane picked up the line sometime around then because they did the Halo 3 figures. So it had to have been like 2004, 5, and 6 maybe. Oh boy, here's a ton, an absolute ton of accessories. We've got the base to the flag there, so we can put that there. We've got an elite hand. It doesn't go to that elite, so maybe there's another elite that it goes to. I don't know. So we got that. We got 3 needlers, one of which has this little tidbit on the end. So this, I think this one is a Combat Evolved needler, and then these two are Halo 2 needlers, if I'm not mistaken. I could have my science wrong there. We got 2 Combat Evolved Assault Rifles. We got another battle rifle, 2 battle rifles. I did not realize there was 2. A Magnum, another Magnum, another Magnum, a hand for a Spartan. Looks like it's a Spartan from Combat Evolved, so I don't know if that's included or if I just ended up with a random hand. Oh, hey, Adam, how's it going, dude? Well, you missed the first box. I'll just give a quick little recap. The first box gave me this Ghost, this Brute, this Elite, the Banshee with an Elite, this Elite Major, this Elite Ranger, and this Brute, the freaking awesome Brute back there. Right now we're going into the second box. We got a ton of accessories here. A second Elite Ranger, this Red Spartan, all of these little mini-me guys, which I love. The Jackal, the Red Spartan, the Gray Spartan, and my second ODST, which I'm freaking in love with as well. And it looks like we've got the parts to the little Red Spartan. So I do have 2 of these. This one just needs a little bit of TLC. It's kind of cool to see how he was put together because it's just a standard, like, you know, swivel system. All of his joints are just swivel joints, kind of like an old G.I. Joe, just without the rubber band. So we'll fix him up. I scored, well, actually, the haul that we're going through right now is the one that I shared on my story. That one was a thrift haul. And the first one that you missed was from SB Figures over on Instagram. He hit me up after he saw me posting about these figures, and he said he was, you know, selling off his old ones. So I bought them from him, and yeah, that was a sweet hookup from him, and I really appreciate that. These are some Gundam pieces. I don't know the first thing about Gundam, but we got some wings, and those go to this random Gundam guy. He came in the thrift haul, so these go together somehow. I don't know. That is a line that I never got into, and probably shouldn't, because if I did, I would probably spend more money than I should. And you know, Halo is already doing that enough to me. We got another bomb, which is sweet. Carbine, a combat knife for the ODST, and his shoulder pad. So those will get glued back on, and that will be a complete ODST. Dude, yeah, you really should get these figures if you can. One, because they're freaking awesome, and I know you love Halo just as much as I do, so I think you'd do awesome photos with them if you got them. And two, because they probably will go up in value here with Infinite and everything, and they're already expensive, so if you can find them now, it's probably the best time that you'll ever find them, you know, price-wise. They're just constantly going up. We got the shield for the Jackal. We got the plasma pistol for the Jackal. And like I mentioned earlier in the live stream, the crazy thing is, I was just like, you know, you say you have a humble collection, and that's, you know, everybody's got whatever they got. I don't know. I was not expecting to get this many so quickly. I was like, I went out, I was going to buy some Joyride figures, and I got that first haul, which is a video upload earlier on my channel. I got that first haul, and I was like, holy crap, I basically just got, you know, half of my collection in one haul. And then these two came up pretty much at the same time, and they arrived within a couple days of each other. That's why, you know, the live stream seemed perfect for them. But like, this is 90% of what I need for the Joyride line. Like, some of these I probably will sell just because I don't need all of them. Some of them are duplicates and such, but like, I got 99% of the ones that I need, and all I need now are Tartarus, another Brute, and the two Prophets. And the gray and yellow Spartan, because I want the gray and yellow Spartan to basically be Agent Washington from Red vs. Blue. So I'm setting on way too much right now, but it was just fortune and timing. Like, I could not have predicted it better, and I'm so grateful to have found it like this, you know? Yeah, I probably have a ton of extra weapons. I'll have to go through and inventory them, because, yeah, I'm trying to hook you and Greg, Galactic Battlefront Photos. I am terrible with your guys' usernames. Galactic Photos. I'll tag them or something. You guys should check them out. Greg and you both are getting into this line, and I really want to hook you guys up where I can. So there's that. So far, we got still a couple more bundles, and I haven't showed these in a while. This is what the bundles look like. These are like freaking amazing wrapped, but just way too much tape. It's like nearly impossible to rip them open. Let's see what we got here. That is where the elite hand goes. This, okay, so this, and yeah, his hand is right here. The nice thing is, and I'll probably try and do a video on this, you can fairly easily replace these hands by drilling out the old peg and drilling out the hand a little bit and inserting like a metal dowel rod or something. And because it's a swivel, it's a really simple fix, and it works wonders. So I might do a video on that, just because I assume, judging by having gotten, I think, like 3 elites with that broken hand, I assume it's a pretty common problem, and I would love to be able to help out other people solve that. But I thought this was going to be an elite major. It's actually just another multiplayer elite, judging by the markings, unless maybe he's allied with Saruman from Lord of the Rings, which I find very unlikely. This is just another multiplayer elite, and it makes me wonder if they ever made the elite major in this line, because the colors are right for an elite major, but the emblem throws me off. So I don't know. I do not know for sure. But again, we're running out of room so quickly. These figures are so bulky, and my shelf of them is already practically full. So finding room for these will be tricky. Very, very tricky. All right. I think... let me look here. I think we're on the last bundle, and I'm trying to remember what else is left. I think we got another Spartan at the very least. But let's see here. Once again, it's always great to get big hauls like this because I quickly forget what I even ordered or what I got in them. And it's kind of a surprise, you know, to get them in the mail after that. All right, so first up in this bundle, we got another Red Spartan. I have gotten so many Red Spartans in these hauls. I don't know why. I've only ever gotten 2 blue, and I've got like 5 Red Spartans now, so I might have to thin these out at some point. Keep the best ones and thin out the rest that I don't need because, you know, I am a collector and I like to have a lot of different variations. However, I can't keep everything. I'm trying to not become an obsessed collector where I end up having so much stuff that there's not even room to really appreciate everything. I really want to be balanced with that in my collecting philosophy, as it were. And, you know, I like to be able to pass on stuff to other collectors. I've had a ton of fortune with these big hauls, and hopefully I can set some friends up with some good figures because I can't keep it all to myself. I want other people to be out there photographing it or just enjoying it in their collection. So, yeah, you know how it goes. Here we go with another freaking cool Spartan. Man, these colors, the colors on these guys are amazing. I have not seen a version of this Spartan, the white Spartans from Joyride, where the yellow or where the white isn't yellowed. And this one is like almost pure white. There's no yellowing at all with this plastic. That is amazing for this version. And as a little PSA, in case you're getting into this line, this is actually a version 1 helmet. You can kind of see how that chin piece, you can kind of see there the chin piece drops down quite a bit, and it's not quite a super accurate mold for the helmet. And then you have this version with the deeper little, this is the version 2 helmet, and this is the one about, I think, wave 3 of the Joyride line, whereas this was wave 1 and 2. So you'll even find Master Chief in this mold, and you might find him in this mold. So there's different variations of Master Chief, different variations of Spartans, and it doesn't really matter. I don't think it affects value. It doesn't really affect collectability, certainly. It just depends on what you prefer, you know? So there's that. I'm actually just going to pop him. I'm going to pop him right back there. Bingo. There was a little hole, and I filled it with him. What's the best way to get Clone Trooper action figures? I would have to say probably at this point, buy the new ones if you can. And if you can't, eBay. I hate to say it, but eBay is the only way to get them right now, unless you find somebody maybe selling their collection, which you might get lucky with that. Obviously, you know, this is a prime example. Master Chief here, my 4th Master Chief, I think. I got really lucky with these, and so you might get lucky with Clone Troopers. It's definitely possible. I have in the past. But if you're really heart set on getting them, I would just get on eBay, try and find them there. The prices, unfortunately, are not going to go down anytime soon. So if there's something you've been kind of putting off, maybe consider buying it if you're really fond of it. You know, I made the mistake of sleeping on a couple different clone variations that I really want to get, and they're now too expensive for me. So I probably won't get them unless, you know, I find some sort of stellar deal on them. Yeah, 4 Master Chiefs, not intentional at all. Here, I can pan over. Not intentional at all. It just happened that they were in the lots that I bought, you know. So those, one is already reserved for Greg. If you need one, I can hook you up with one. They're all the same newer helmet sculpt, and they're Master Chief. Unfortunately, one of them, I was literally just posing, and his leg joint blew out. So I gotta fix that. It's one of those things, though, with these old figures. The plastic gets brittle, the glue welds get old and decay, and now we just have limping Master Chief, as it were. Yeah, and I think, okay, I gotta check the box one more time. Yep, this figure that I hold in my hands is the last one for this absolutely incredible haul. And honestly, what a perfect one to end on. Where it all began, Combat Evolved Master Chief. This is cool. It's either Master Chief or it's a battle damaged green Spartan. They've made both variations in the toy line. They made just like a green Spartan, and they also made Master Chief. Either way, it functions as a Master Chief to me, and it's such a classic. Like, I didn't have this one before. I actually didn't have any Combat Evolved Spartans, and so this red one back here and now this Master Chief are going to be fine additions to the collection, as they say. So we got the two. Will he hold it? He's a little creaky. A little bit creaky. These guys aren't the best at posing. I think the Halo 2 Spartans definitely improved on the joints and everything that the Combat Evolved ones lacked. But, I mean, that is Combat Evolved if I ever seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the front cover right there, basically. And you can even see me right there in the reflective visor. I mean, that is one of the coolest things. These guys were made in just to confirm it. These guys were made in like 2004, I think. Actually, this one might be 2003. I can't quite read it, but if it's 2003, 2004, these are really top-notch figures. And I constantly say that because I can't help but rave over them. Like, the chrome visor is such a nice touch. The detailing and sculpt work is amazing. And they brought Halo to life back in the really classic time period. You know, Halo 3 definitely brought it into like mainstream. But before that, you had Joyride, you had Halo 2, you had Halo Combat Evolved. And oh, it's a cool thing to have these. These are the ones that I kind of grew up on. The friend that introduced me to Halo back in the day, he also had some of these, and I can remember trading off of him some of them and really thinking they were awesome. And they were, but I just remember that as a very fond memory. Don't know whatever happened to those figures. I don't know if they ended up back in his hands or if I got rid of them at some point, but you know, that's part of the joy of toy collecting. You're kind of recapturing that element of your childhood, bringing back fond memories, and you know, making new ones with all the awesome people in the community. That's what it's all about, you know. So yeah, that's I don't know what to say. I cannot imagine that I was going to get this many figures in the span of like a month. These three hauls, like I said, the one's already uploaded on my channel, and then the two that are in this video, I never imagined getting this many figures in this period of time. And for the prices that I got them, I cannot thank you guys enough. Well, not you guys, but the people that sold them to me. I can't thank them enough because the prices were good and the figures were in good condition. Some wear and tear here and there, but that's what you expect. And yeah, it's really, really cool. I don't know if there's much else to say. I mean, I think one thing I got to do is I got to suit up these Spartans. I got to put them in my Hummer, or my Hummer. Yeah, my Puma. I got to get my Puma. Hang on one second. Got to run over to my shelf here. Got to grab the Puma and put some figures where they belong. Now, this is a Halo 2 Puma, unfortunately, but I think they're still compatible. They were when I was a kid, but I may have just forced them in there. Oh, it actually, well, let's see. I don't want to break anything, so I'm going to be very careful here. His head doesn't really want to get below that strap there. I'm wondering if I can kind of, yeah, I don't want to force that in, but they might. I know they did make Halo 2 versions of these figures, these little mini figures, and they did make them for this Warthog specifically. Unfortunately, I only have Combat Evolved ones, but you know what? It works. It's okay. I'm not going to complain. I'm really happy with what I got, so these guys will do very, very nicely. And yeah, I mean, what else is there to say, you know? This has been quite the month for collecting. I'm really hopeful that I can get out and do some new photography with all these because, I mean, these guys are just begging to be photographed. They're so, so cool looking. And yeah, not much else to say there. As always, you guys are awesome. Oh, how are the joints on them? It depends on the figure, honestly. So most of them are okay. Most of them are decent. The one that I know for sure, I think this ODST, I'm kind of scared. These are going to domino. The ODST's joints are a little bit like, they're not going to slide down, but they're not exactly tight. And then for sure, got to lay him down and try and grab the giant brute. This thing is a chunky figure. I mean, it's basically cast in pure plastic from the waist down. It's just pure heft. And possibly because of some of that weight and possibly just because of maybe the plastic, his one arm is just absolute garbage. he can't really hold his weapon up. It'll actually, both arms are pretty loose. So I might have to try and find a mod, maybe some like glue in the joint or something like that to get the arm to stay up. I can kind of remember that being an issue with the brute that I had as a kid. But yeah, that's the one with really bad joints. The rest are okay. My only warning would be cautious with some of the Spartans from Halo 2 because those joints typically go loose the fastest, and it's usually this joint right here in the hips. These are nice and tight, but I've seen some where like you do this and it looks like they're trying to do a high kick. They're very, very prone to get loose there. And then with the elites, if you're shopping around, what typically happens is one of the hands will be broken off. So you always got to be careful with those if you get them. With these, I'm very, very thankful that most of them are okay. Again, the brute's pretty bad, and this Spartan back here has a broken bicep that's been glued on. The rest are actually good. So got lucky there, dodged a bullet there. I think one of the Spartans in my previous haul was loose as well. But overall, they've been pretty good, and I think that's just kind of the luck of the draw. Sometimes you get them and they're beat up, but if you get anything like in the packaging or fairly newly opened, I guess you could say, you're going to be safe because when they're old and they haven't been used a lot, the joints are actually stiffer. It's kind of a weird backwards world that we live in. The joints are better when they're older if they haven't been used, but if you use them, then they get all loose. I don't know. Anyways, you know how it goes. I'm sure you've had your fair share of figures that have that issue, especially as you get into the vintage figures, which it's weird saying that Halo figures are vintage, but technically these guys almost are. I think the cutoff for vintage is like 20 years old, and these guys are almost 20 years old. So for something almost as old as me, they're doing pretty good, because I know my knee joints aren't the best these days. And actually, you know what? My knee joint does kind of sound like that most days. So yeah, I mean they're pretty solid. They're not going to be the best. And the one hard part is buying online. You don't really know what you're getting for sure. You're kind of trusting that the seller would list a problem like that. But yeah, I think it's pretty safe. It's pretty safe as long as the pictures look good. I'm still kind of baffled by where this hand came from because it doesn't go to any of these Spartans. But there must have been a white Combat Evolved Spartan. I didn't realize they made a white version, but hey, maybe I should double check the box. I'm going to double check the box before wrapping up this live because maybe there's like a secret Spartan, an Easter egg Spartan that I didn't realize was in this box. The answer to that is no. Unequivocally, no. So yeah, this is going to go up as a full upload, like a normal video upload, whenever it gets done buffering, because I know it's going to take quite a while to upload an hour-long YouTube video, but this will go up on the channel as a normal upload. So to any of you future folk watching this, I hope you get a kick out of it. Hopefully it's informative or just fun to watch. I don't know. I enjoy watching haul videos. They're kind of fun, you know? Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. As always, links down in the description will take you to just about anything you could ever possibly dream of. My social media accounts, my link to Entertainment Earth in case you want to, all that good stuff, random crap. And we're buffering again. Are we buffering again? I can't tell. I think we're buffering again. There we go. We're back. My internet has sucked this entire video. So thanks for stopping by, guys. Thanks for stopping by, Adam. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you all. And yeah, I'll hop back on soon, hopefully, for some more live streams when there's something to live stream. And until then, take it easy, guys. Talk to you later.